My secret, just do something that ain't nobody ever done before, but make it sound like something that's always been there forever.
Welcome to This Filipino American Life, mini episode 3.5. This Filipino American Life is a podcast that explores the nuanced experiences of Filipinos in the United States. At iba pa. Sorry, I messed that up. I've never been to the Philippines, and I was born in America. This is Elaine speaking, and my fellow co-hosts,
Ryan Carpio,
Joe Bernardo.
And we have a guest on this mini episode. It's
Vincent Collyer.
Vincent Collyer is my cousin, and I wrote these notes. Super duper thanks to my cousin / official TFAL graphic designer Vincent Collyer for our dope TFAL logo.
Yes.
Yay.
Woohoo! It's hot fire.
There you go. I got the
Yes.
whitest Filipino name in the game.
How'd you get that last name?
My great grandfather is full Irish from New York.
Wow.
We thought it was a combination of. Just kidding.
Cole and Year. No, my it's the hard thing is in school I have a white name, really be Filipino, but I would look Mexican or Hispanic.
Yeah.
So it was super confusing to all my teachers, but I'm sure all my brothers got that.
No, you survived.
Yeah.
You survived.
And just for our listeners, we got like a mini audience here because my niece and nephew are in the house.
Yay!
And hey, they're
Love
like watching iPads and stuff, but you may hear a baby in the background. So hey.
And that's not me. It's actually a baby in the background.
Yeah, so Vince designed that dope logo. Another thing I want to say is thank you to all the new listeners. We got an influx of listeners after the gang episode. Apparently, there's a lot of gangsters out there who listen to podcasts. So hi, guys and gals. Hello.
And let's thank Dave for being an awesome guest last time.
Yes,
Right on.
thank you. We appreciate all your emails, your tweets, your Facebook messages, and the site You Offend Me, You Offend My Family, YOMYOMF.com gave us a shout out. So thanks for that.
It was
That
really
was cool.
And I guess I wanted to say thank you to folks I hadn't talked to in a long time who reached out to me and said, hey, we're listening. So that's pretty cool. One of them is like an old neighbor of mine, Sean, who emailed us. I think one of the first people that emailed us.
Commented on
Sean B.
the Facebook page. Or no, the website.
Yeah,
So it's cool.
so it was really, really cool.
All right. So on this mini episode, we're going to talk about the Philippines. Have you been there? Yes or no? Because in this room right now, at least at the table, at the microphone, there are 4 people, and 3/4 of us have been to the Philippines. 1/4 of us have not, aka me. I've never been to the Philippines.
It's a lot of math.
Sorry.
I can't believe you've never been there.
I've never been to the Philippines. So the last time I was technically in the Philippines, I was in my mom's stomach.
So you have.
You were made in the
I was
Philippines.
made and baked in the Philippines, but born in America. I've never set foot there. And that was the last time.
Do you have any interest in going?
I've always wanted to go. Mike's been a bunch of times. I think of all my cousins, I might be the last to have never been there.
You've been there, Vince.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Okay.
A few years back.
Yeah.
But even going there the first time, it's kind of shell shock because we've been here forever.
Yeah.
So we don't know how it is or how it was.
Yeah.
We just know, and when your parents want to go now, they want to go to the resorts. They don't want to go to, like the hood or like the provinces. But we did go a couple days, but we didn't really stay over there. But it is kind of shell shock to go over there.
Yeah. So I want to know, what's your impressions? What's your impressions of the Philippines, Elaine?
Me?
Yes, Elaine, who has never been there.
Never been there?
Like, what do you imagine what the Philippines is like?
Okay, so like I imagine what my parents always told me, like it's third world, because that's what they tell you. I imagine it's really, really poor, and dirty, and people tell me it smells like garbage burning. I don't know what garbage burning smells like, but I've been told that's what it is.
Yeah, there are parts. Yeah, there are a lot of
And
places.
It's really hot, and that I've been told the moment I go there, like I'll start crying because of like being around my people.
And all the poverty, right?
I don't know about the poverty, but just like being there. Because I remember there's something like when our friend, when she went to the Philippines and she brought her daughter, and her daughter was like in her mid-teens. I don't want to say the names because like,
of course,
for privacy, whatever. But like, I distinctly remember the kid saying like, the moment I got off the plane, like it just felt like I was with my people, and I just started crying. It was like a
that.
sea of black hair and like just brown people everywhere, like Filipinos, and like she had never experienced that, and she was like maybe like 13, 14 at the time.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this was a while ago, so it was like Eagle Rock Plaza wasn't really.
no, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
got it.
Yeah.
Or ceremony.
Sierra Manila.
What's the one in San Diego? Plaza Bonita or something?
I don't even
Yeah.
know.
I don't even know.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what I imagine it would be.
So would you kiss the ground when you're there?
No, because it's probably got a lot of germs, and I don't want that. That's not cool. I wouldn't do that here in America either. So, but I think I would. Yeah, I think I should be shell shocked because I've never been there.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I think I was kind of like that when I first went to the Philippines. I was 16, and that's when I kind of first discovered my Filipino American identity or Filipino identity kind of thing. And when I went to the Philippines, I kind of felt that emotion of seeing all our people. Like, and
Did
it's
you
not.
cry?
I didn't cry, but my mom made me scared and paranoid, of course, when I first went there.
Like you're gonna get kidnapped like that?
No, not kidnapped, but actually, yeah.
No, I've had that too because I can't speak Tagalog, and my dad always jokes like, I could sell you. Like he says that to me in Tagalog. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
No,
Also,
my parents made me paranoid because they thought everyone's gonna steal our stuff. So like we had to like guard our balikbayan boxes like it was gold.
Right. That's why you tape it like 18 times.
Wrap it into a wrap.
Because that'll stop the knife.
Exactly.
I'm also worried about going to the bathroom in the Philippines because I have a sensitive stomach and I hear there's no toilet paper, and that would freak me out. I would probably bring toilet paper with me everywhere.
I think you have to in some
Yeah.
places there. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
We brought toilet paper.
Everywhere? Like, did you have a roll with you everywhere you went?
Not everywhere. I mean, once we got to like an uncle's house or something, and we figured out like, they did have toilet paper, then I did bring it with me.
But did you tabo over there? Because I couldn't
of
handle
course.
that. I don't know.
Tabo's good.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. No.
It actually I don't know what it is, but I think my feet become cleaner when I use tabo because because you're squatting, right? And then like you're squatting when you're doing tabo, right? And then I could reach my feet better when I'm using tabo. As opposed to the shower, I get lazy and just kind of lift up
Wait.
my foot. And
This is so much funnier
That's so gross.
than most people who are like, what is he talking about? This is
What's tabo?
hilarious.
oh yeah, explain tabo.
So tabo
people
is
won't know.
like a little cup that you keep in the bathroom to wash your butt. From and in my parents' house, the tabo was usually an old margarine bucket
Nice.
because, like, either Country Crock or whatever.
Cool Whip is
Cool
a pretty
Whip.
good one.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
or like a little cup, like a little rubber, like a Tupperware cup.
Yeah.
What was tabo like in your house, Ryan? Or what is it like in your house,
Yeah,
Ryan?
I'm just going to say it's the same. It's the same.
McDonald's Collectors Club.
Oh, man.
But Ryan, you were born in the Philippines. Have you been back?
I only went back once.
Did you cry?
I did. I cried a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Well, so I went back 17 years after I left. So my family who's there saw me as a little kid, and I came back as this, big dude. Was like all grown up.
Did they call you out for being big?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Did they call you like the bachoy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tumaba ka na.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like
or
that.
I don't recognize you. I'm like, well, you can't because I was 7 when I left, But it's just what was very emotional, of course, was the family part, right? The family part is very emotional because, there was a reason we left that country.
Mm-hmm.
And then all our cousins are there. All of our families there, like extended. So my mom's sisters, my mom's brothers, and my dad's siblings, and all our cousins were there. So when they saw us, it was like oh man, we haven't seen these guys in forever. So it was very, very emotional.
Oh man, we haven't seen them forever, and they got really fat.
Yeah, but you know, it's definitely eye opening in that sense, on the personal level. And then, you know, most of the like being around like your fellow country people, like, you know, kababayans, right? That's emotional too, in the sense that you're like, oh my gosh, this is the Philippines. You know, there was definitely like a time where we didn't even think about it like that. You know, we thought, you know, we were on an extended trip and we weren't going back.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did go back to visit, it was just it's just odd. It's just very odd. But, you know, first impression is always like, oh, it's hot. You swear, you know, it's not hot here, but it's hot and it's
Humid.
dusty and
Yeah.
humid and
I don't know
you
what that's like.
Oh man,
sticky.
when you get off the airport and you smell the jeepney exhaust, that's when you know, like, oh man, I'm in the Philippines.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
Wait, when you do that, are your boogers black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, my boogers got black at the end of the day because of all the
smoke.
the smoke in Manila.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's different if you go to the provinces.
yeah, just a different air quality.
Yeah. Provinces is different.
Is it cleaner?
Yeah, I mean, it's more country.
Like
There's more trees.
like
trees,
LA
yeah.
reference, is it like being in LA city proper and then going to like Yosemite or something? Like the air is just cleaner? No.
Yeah.
Mike is shaking his head no.
I mean, it's just cleaner in the sense that there's more green and there's not a lot of cars.
Yeah, it's not as much, but there's still like diesel powered jeepneys
Yeah.
going
How do
everywhere,
you
and
guys
tricycles.
handle the poverty part? Like seeing that?
Usually I just get angry most of the time.
Mm.
You know, when I'm like, when I see the poverty, I just get angry, and then you just see the class divisions are just so stark,
Right.
Yeah.
and you just get pissed off at all the rich
Yeah.
Filipinos out there.
Well, because you're driving through the city, right?
Yeah.
And it's miles and miles of visible and palpable. You can smell it, you can see it. It's just slums.
Yeah.
And then you turn a corner and you're in freaking Metro Manila and there's these like,
Nice condos and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a mall or whatever.
yeah, not that there should be a dividing line of you know, economy or anything like that, but it's just what Joe said. It's like really stark, and you can kind of like scratch your head. It's like, what? You know, it's not smooth.
Yeah.
So
Well, one thing that kind of echoes that is I still never got used to hanging out with people who have yayas or katulongs.
Oh, you can do that. Did
Yeah.
you see that when you were there? Vincent?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because then they have like the outside kitchen,
Yeah.
the inside kitchen.
Yeah.
What?
And there's no cooking on the inside one. It's all cooking outside.
What?
Some people have it here.
Yeah, and some
Actually,
people have
my,
it here.
my landlady has
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
that's what Downton Abbey is all about.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's actually in the Philippines.
Yeah, I remember watching. I think I was watching like Eat Bulaga on the TV.
Oh, that makes me sad when they do that. When they go out to the real people.
Oh no, I was just watching
Oh.
Eat Bulaga, right? And we're in the kitchen, and then I was at my cousin's house, and they have like they have katulongs, and then
What's katulong?
katulong is like domestic help,
Oh, okay.
and then one of them was I don't know pretty young, and they were sitting on the floor watching Eat Bulaga while there was still room on the couch, and I said, hey, you could sit right here, and then they said no, and then it was just weird how ingrained that class division is in the
Right.
Philippines.
Sounds weird.
And you know, we growing up too, we were by no means like upper class or anything, but we had help also.
You had like a yaya?
Yeah, I had a when you think about it, right? In comparison to here, I did have like a babysitter.
Yeah.
And I still remember her name was Gemma or something like that.
Generally,
Probably. but she took care of me because my parents were both at work.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of like I think it was a little bit different. And then for my family, because we had like a katulong, right? And then my cousins also did, but that was more like different levels of outside kitchen, inside kitchen, all that stuff. So anyway, but when I went back, I remember if you rent a car there, you know,
I wouldn't do that. I don't
well,
think I could drive
I
there.
don't know if you can really rent a car without renting the driver,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Same
really?
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Even with that, it feels weird because you're like telling this guy where
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
and then you feel bad. Well, we feel bad,
Yeah, because you're not used to
but
it.
to our parents, it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Wait, so when your parents were with you, they were just like they went into like they knew what to do.
Straight up, yeah. And then he would stay in the car.
Mhm.
He never gets out.
Yep.
You offer him food, but he would eat last.
Yep.
Like he would probably take the food, but he wouldn't want to eat it
Yeah.
first
In front of you
or he
guys?
wouldn't. He'd eat on the side or say no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
It just felt so bad.
Or like if you go out
Man.
to lunch, and then the driver's driving you to lunch.
Yeah.
You give him some money so he can get his own
Yeah,
lunch.
separate or something.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually it wouldn't be with you guys. It would be something totally different.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
don't think I'm getting. Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Another thing I think would be weird for me is to seeing like all these. I mean, you've heard about it, and so I think I would get uneasy, uncomfortable. Is watching like all these old white guys with like young
Oh
Filipino
my
girls.
gosh.
Because I remember like when you went, like his sister-in-law, like Carla was like, it's all over, and she would get mad at everything, and I would just be like, oh, I think I would get super pissed watching that too.
Yeah, you just go to malls and then you just see like these
Yeah.
old white guys with like very young Filipinos.
Oh, that would make me so gross.
It is gross.
I would like it would hurt.
I know. But the thing is, I
There's
mean,
nothing you can do. but-
there's nothing you
Yeah.
can do. And it's, you get so mad. And then you don't want to blame, the Filipina
Yeah.
because she's doing what she has to do to
Survive.
survive. But you just get so mad at that. So, have you been to the Philippines as an adult?
Well, you went
Yeah,
as an
we
adult.
went maybe 2010. So we were pretty.
Did you go without your family?
older. No, we went everybody. So it was my parents, me, my wife, my brothers and their wives as well.
Oh,
so it
wow.
was kind of just like a shell shock to everybody. And my mom hadn't been
Since she moved
she
here.
moved, and actually they went back with Sean, and he was 3,
Oh,
so
yeah.
she hadn't been back for probably 37 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
35 years, and she had no reason to go back.
Yeah.
She came here. She was, I'm just gonna make as much money as I
Yeah.
can for my family and stay. And then when she retired, she's like, yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just became, you can go. So we all
Yeah.
were going in like with fresh eyes, adult eyes,
Yeah.
thinking like, man, we got to give back to these people. Or so that was the biggest thing is
Yeah.
seeing where my dad came from, and then him like just giving out stuff. They were just, those people were in tears, like happy tears, like whatever you
Wow.
can give me, Tito,
Yeah.
anything. That was the craziest part, I think.
Yeah, like a lot of our family, like my aunt never went back, and my mom, I don't think she'd ever come back ever since they gave birth to me here. And then my dad went back once when my Lola died in like '93.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked if I could go, or like I think my aunts were like, "Why don't you go with him?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I asked to go. And my dad's reason was it's the middle of school. Like it was around I think November,
93.
December.
How old were you?
I think it was
93.
like 12, 13.
Oh, so you're like, yeah.
Yeah, and it was in the middle of school, and he's like, "No, we can't take you out of school." And I kind of was just like, but I saw kids leave school to go to the Philippines.
Yeah, I was one of those.
It was normal.
I got to leave. I got to leave like 3 weeks.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
had friends who always did that, but I think I really didn't go because my dad didn't want. I don't think we could afford the ticket for me to go. Like remember my aunt actually helped pay. My grandaunt helped pay for my dad's flight to the
Mhm.
Philippines, and then another thing is I don't think he wanted my mom alone, because my mom would have been by herself if I had gone with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't get to go. Yeah.
I went as an adult, so I was, 24 already, and a lot of years we weren't able to go as a family, kind of like your family, Elaine.
Yeah.
People would go in different spurts. Like my dad would go, unfortunately, because somebody passed away or something like that. My kuya would go. We all went separately. And in 2004, three of us, the three brothers and my parents, actually got to go, and it was really cool. And there's definitely a weirdness to it because we were born there, and so there's a lot of the weirdness is the expectations, right? So kind of like your impressions, Elaine, like, oh, what are my impressions of the Philippines going there? Oh, it's gonna look like this, it's gonna feel like this, and then it sort of does, and then it's a lot more than that, right? You realize how actually pretty globalized our world is, and even at that time, the way we communicated, it's kind of strange, but it was pretty interesting how they communicated through text in the
Yeah.
Philippines
Before it got bigger.
before it got
Yeah.
big here. And like And that was interesting to me, and how they saved money by text and not using kind of like the airwaves.
Yeah, okay.
And how they used to pay by text
Yeah.
in 04.
Wait,
And,
pay by text?
yeah. they-
Palod dito.
yeah.
So you can pay by text?
Yeah,
back-
some places allowed you to pay, I don't know,
Oh.
by text, and it was just like, you know, kind of eye opening in the sense that, you know, it's still, you know, not as advanced as the States or anything like that, but
They have their own system and it
yeah,
works.
it works. So when was the last time you went, Joe?
Oh, so I went back in 2012,
Okay.
and I went there to do research for my part of my dissertation, research, and it was weird being back there without family. I was there pretty much by myself for like 2 months, and I kind of felt, I don't want to say I felt like a local, but I did normal local things like commute to Manila from Cavite, where my family's from.
Oh, no one's treating you like, hey, we got a
No.
visitor cousin, let's take
Yeah.
him out.
None
stuff
of
like
this
that.
like, oh, we'll have a party every day.
Right.
Every time we see you, oh, there's a party.
Right.
No, none of that. I was actually doing work there,
Mm-hmm.
and I would commute in and out of Manila, and it was just, that part was very eye opening because it wasn't a vacation really.
Like your day to day, kind of
Yeah.
like with the Philippines.
I mean, granted, I wasn't working.
Did you feel like it was you felt like a local? Or?
A little bit, yeah. I felt a little bit of it. Obviously, I'm not a local, so you know, I just learned how to use a jeepney and use the jeepney by myself, and like use the bus. And
Oh man, how was that?
that tricycle. Oh, it was fun. You just learn it. Like my cousins told me what to do, and then yeah, you pass.
Those
you
jeepney
pass-
drivers have like eyes in the back of their
Yeah.
heads, man. They know who hasn't paid yet. dude. Did you hang on the jeepney on the?
No, I didn't do that. But
Joe would like get hit, right?
I could barely fit in the jeepney.
I'm like, Joe, for folks who don't know, Joe's a pretty tall guy for a Filipino, and that would be awkward.
So, but the funny thing is, I went by myself, and my mom, if you all don't know, my mom is the most paranoid person in the world. Before I left, she gave me a whole list of things not to do, do's and don'ts in the Philippines.
Do you have examples?
I have a few things. I kind of wrote these things down, but one of them is do not go to. Actually, you know, I did write this down.
Yeah.
This part. Do not go to bars and nightclubs alone. If the ladies know you are American citizen, these ladies will manipulate you to take a drink with sleeping pills, and you will be put in a motel, and then accused you that you impregnated her.
Oh my god!
Then they will blackmail you.
That is actually my fear too.
It is better not to go to bars and nightclubs.
Wow.
Yes. So I got that all the time. Oh, and another thing was my mom told me not to take taxis.
Huh?
Because
They'll cheat you.
No, apparently they're gonna put some poisonous gas in the air.
What?
Yeah, and then it'll make you sleepy, and then they're gonna steal your stuff, or worse yet, like your kidneys or something.
Oh my gosh, that's my fear.
Bro, your
Kidney-
organs?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that another time.
Wait. So I have to tag on that. My friend Paul said, if you get into a taxi, his cousins told him if he ever gets into a taxi and there are no locks or something like that, like they lock the door on you, or there are no locks or handles on the door to get out, just kill the driver.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what? And Paul was like, yeah, because if you can't get out of the car, it means they're going to kidnap you. So just kill the driver. And I was just like, all right, Paul,
Nice.
I'm never going to the Philippines with you, Paul. This is just, no.
Them or us, Elaine. Them or us.
So yeah, that was my last Philippines trip. It was nice. It was nice. But yeah, I mean, I was mostly in Manila, but if you go to other parts, I did like a side trip to Bohol, which was super nice.
That's
Being in
where
Bohol.
they
Yeah,
were.
that's where
That's where you're from.
Yeah.
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 See the chocolate hills.
Chocolate.
Yeah, and then the beaches are very nice. I've never been to like any of the Boracay or Palawan or any of those places, but
Mike's been,
Yeah.
Mike goes
We,
to
we
those
went
places.
to
Yeah.
when
How
we
was it?
went, it became like an adventure for the whole city pretty much.
Really?
So
Wow.
all my dad's sisters' houses, they all went. So we had like 2 boats to go, and
Wow.
they probably have never been, but they live so close to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they don't have the money to go. So My parents just paid for those boats, and we go and they brought food and everything.
Yeah.
That's
And those
so
people are
cool.
just super like grateful to even be on the boat.
Mhm.
So they're like just like what is this? So that was really cool to see just them just experience it, because we were
Yeah.
experiencing it too. But over here, like you can kind of do that here if you want to, but they had no chance to even do that.
Right.
So your
it was
mom
really
is saying don't go out. Like,
Yeah.
Now with the new president, it's kind of like I don't want to go to the.
Yeah, you can't do
Philippines.
karaoke after 10 p.m. now.
You can't do karaoke
No.
after 10 p.m.
There's a law that
my
the
God.
Congress introduced.
Oh, that
saying,
sounds scary.
there's a new law that they want to introduce saying they want to limit karaoke until 10 p.m.
What?
to 10 p.m.
What?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. That sucks because I like to sing.
Yeah.
Starting
Really?
at 10 p.m.
I mean, yeah,
I like
it's
to
hard.
start late.
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about going back to the Philippines because all the stories you hear about President Duterte and
Yeah.
anti-drugs, and they might target you,
Mhm.
and it's kind of it gives people license to
Kill
shoot
you.
people. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of it's overblown. I think the
bet that
media
would-
spins it the way they want to.
That would be a list on your mom's.
Oh, of course.
Don't look like a drug
Don't
dealer.
ever go to the Philippines when Duterte is president.
My dad's friend actually lives in the Philippines. He's staying here for about 3 or 4 months because of that exact reason. He
Wow.
backed somebody over there, and all the backers over there all got assassinated probably in the last like 5
Oh.
months.
Wow.
That's
So he
scary.
had to kind of slip out of the country, and just like I don't know when I'm going to go back.
I'm
He
never
obviously he's going to
going
go back. He just doesn't know when or how, or he doesn't know if there's a bounty on his head, because the other guys there were, and he didn't really back him to the point where he's funding him. He had just supported him verbally, so people knew about him.
Yeah.
So now he doesn't even want to go
Oh.
back, which is kind of scary.
That is pretty scary.
Yeah.
That is pretty scary.
My dad just told me a story how like his cousins are basically like a target from the president, and so I'm just like, oh well, there goes visiting family in the Philippines.
Now you got to change your last name to
I
Mike's
know.
last name so they can't
I
find
know,
you.
I know, right? Mm.
I mean, I want to go back. I really do. I know my wife Girlie doesn't want to because of that reason.
Oh really?
But she has a Lola there who moved
Oh,
back to the
wow.
Philippines, and we want to visit her before she passes away. So I don't know. I want to go back.
And I think I know my dad at one point wanted to like retire and go to the Philippines. That was kind of like a dream of his, I guess.
Not Vegas?
No, no,
Wow.
no. But I think because I grew up here, I don't know how my brothers feel. My brothers are older than me, but I don't have I don't know what I would go back for, other than visit, and really there's no. I have grown up here in the States, and I consider LA my home.
Mm.
So when I think about it, I think about, of course, my family that's there, but we communicate through Facebook, maybe some Skype here and there, but it's a beautiful country, and it is through stories of people who share their experiences there. It's beautiful.
I know
And-
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like one day I think I want to see it with my own eyes.
Right.
And I want to see it like and breathe the air and just be there and smell the, burning trash and all that stuff.
She wants to cry.
I want to cry when I get off the plane. So what I'm saying is it's more fun in the Philippines. So the Department of Tourism would like to sponsor my trip to the Philippines and prove me
2
wrong to
tickets.
not be scared. Reach out, this Filipino American Life at gmail.com.